really hard, I could probably get a squeeze a conversation out of that faggot. But I'm not. There's no upside.
Now, when you say faggot,
yeah,
we've got to be careful. Because there's connotations.
I don't leave it in a week. I don't care.
You don't care. No, that's fair enough.
It's your show, not
you go
mine.
berserk. Well, presumably you meant the sort of meaty treat.
That's what I meant.
Actually, that sounds even worse.
Yeah, that's worse.
The meaty treat is even. Yeah. Wow.
Exactly.
You can't call them meaty treats. That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
No, I've been using faggot since I was about 9 years old.
So that makes it okay.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
I've got license just through a grandfather clause.
Sure.
Before it was offensive.
Yeah.
No, I never meant gay to me. I've never thought of faggot as a gay term. It's always just meant somebody's just being a faggot,
Yeah.
Somebody's like, "Nee," and you're like, "Shut up, faggot." It's not
right.
Like I would never call.
Good to see you define those terms clearly to be able to defend it in any scenario.
I would never call a gay guy a faggot unless he's being a faggot, but not
right. Right.
Like if I saw two guys, I don't know what I'm allowed to say here.
You got to be careful, but.
Careful.
Yeah.
If I saw two guys filleting one another, is that
I think we better stop.
No?
We better stop.
Okay, all right.
We better stop. Yeah. I just wanted to see if you could clean it up. I genuinely wanted to see if you could clean up that piece.
Did you have to dump that out or anything, or is that just?
Oh, this is live.
What?
This is a live show.
Oh, okay. See, in the States, we have like a 12-second.
It's okay. We'll play Common People again. We'll be fine. That'll dig us out.
I apologize.
So listen, when you're not being homophobic, what do you like to do in
I didn't
London?
even get to completely explain why faggot isn't homophobic.
Go and see the show, right? You explain there.
What?
People can go and see the show. You'll explain in the show.
Yeah, I do. I explain there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it might, I don't know. I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to just pause you there for a second, Louis.
Sure.
If you don't mind, because it's all about music.
Yeah.
It's just endless music on this program, interspersed with homophobia. And we need to get a musical choice from Sammy. Go on.
My musical choice
Keep it
is
clean.
also from your pile of wonders, and it's by The Miserable Rich. It's a grower, I'll be honest with you. You might need to listen to it a couple of times. It's called The Boat Song.
Thank you. Sammy's musical choice on the show this week. What was it again, Sammy?
It was by The Miserable Rich, and the song was called Boat Song. It's released digitally and physically on the 18th of August. It's a double A side with a slightly rude word.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
BBC Six Music.
From 1986, Pete Wiley and Sinful. Steve Show, BBC Six Music with me, Steve Merchant, and my gang here. And we are very pleased to be talking to Louis C.K., American comedian. Check him out on YouTube if you've not seen him before. Or you can see him live at the moment. Louis, how long are you around for?
This Tuesday through Saturday at the Soho Theatre in London. Then I go to Edinburgh for 2 nights at the Pleasance Theatre. And then I'm back here for another week.
And how would you characterise your show quickly if people are in an hour and they don't know whether they like you yet? They've not enjoyed this conversation we've had in the last half hour.
They're not going to have a good time. Well, I read 2 things that were written about me here. One of them was, some of the reviews have been like, oh, very honest and capable comedian. I guess that's a good thing to say about me.
Capable comedian,
Yeah.
that's a great compliment.
It's going on the poster.
Yeah, capable.
Yeah.
The Times.
Yes. And then there was somebody, a blogger, who wrote that he just wrote TMI in big letters. Too much information. That's what it usually means.
Right.
In the gay community. But, and he just hated it because I talked about swimming. I was so disclosive.
I'm quite upset.
So if you don't feel like hearing it, you can have a bad time.
I'm quite upset that you mentioned that you become divorced, because I feel like I know your wife and your family from your shows.
Yeah,
and
I do too.
I'm genuinely a little bit upset. I mean, not as upset as you are, I guess.
Well,
but
no, you shouldn't be, because no divorce, no good marriage ends. You know.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't like a.
So
divorce
you're well
that we
shot
were,
of her.
It was, yeah. It wasn't like a state mandated divorce or something, and we're broken hearted.
it's not like Romeo and Juliet.
No, not at all.
No.
It's like Romeo's dad and Juliet's and Romeo's dad and Romeo's mom.
Right.
If they lived at a time where they were allowed to divorce, which I'm sure they would have. They were a miserable couple of
Sure.
Verones, whatever they were. I don't remember where
Yeah.
they're from.
Veronians. Yeah.
Ugh. But
God, I'd say Louis does a 20-minute bit on how much he hates the Veronians. That has to be seen to be
I don't even know where
believed.
Verona is. Where is it? Is it
Italy.
Isn't it Italy?
Veronese, yeah.
Is there still a Verona?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there still a Verona? I'm mocking you. I don't know. I got no idea.
No idea.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to hear Shakespeare slammed,
Yeah.
go and check out Louis. He does an hour on why
right.
Macbeth is a
right.
loser.
No, but people say to me, "I'm so sorry about your divorce," like it's somebody died or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's just the greatest thing that ever happened, because it's the end of a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
only ever the bad part is before.
Sure.
That was awful.
It's like you've got better from a
Everything's
horrible
better.
illness.
I mean, it's complicated because we have children, but
Sure.
they're happier too. I thought they would be crushed, but
Yeah.
when
They're
we
just
told
pleased
them-
not to spend as much time with you.
Yeah, I'm with my kids half that we share custody.
Oh, that's good.
So I was very involved in. I have them with me half of every week, and then she has them half of every week.
I love the idea that this
Yeah.
is an interview and
Yeah.
this is going to help sell tickets to your comedy show.
I know.
We've just
exactly.
talked about.
Oh God, that guy talked about shared custody. It was so dry. And I want to go pay money to see him, and I want to go park my car in Soho so I can see him. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions that we have
Yeah.
brought up. You know, inside the Actors Studio. You ever seen that program?
Sure. Yeah.
And you know, at the end they have a series of questions that they.
It always occurs to me, when an actor stands up during one of the people in the audience and
Yeah.
says, "I'm an actor, and what can I do?" and asks Sean Penn or whoever, "What can I do to reach your level?" or whatever, and you just want to say, "That's it. You never will be famous. You'll never be famous. There's no way you asked Sean Penn a question and then you're going to be huge." There's not a single member of that audience that would stand up and cry while talking to him. Oh, and then that became Juliette Lewis or somebody. No. Go ahead. What are your? So you have.
So we
questions
drew up
that are-
our own list of questions
All right.
to try and get underneath the skin
Oh, God,
of people. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to save them because we're running out of time, and we'll do them to you later.
Okay.
Do you know what that was? That was a professional tease. People are
Nice.
thinking they cannot wait to hear Louis talk more
Except for
about
they
his
usually-
life.
Yeah, they usually don't talk about what it was after them.
Sure. So, so we'll do that. But we need to get ready for some live music, which I think you might enjoy. I have no reason
Great.
to think that. I don't know what your taste is. You're going to enjoy it. But
Is it pulp?
It's
Is it
not. It's not. Sadly,
Then I don't know.
but Rufus, we need a choice from you.
My musical choice, Steve, is another one from The Pigeonhole. It's Eli Paperboy Reed. Paperboy there is inverted commas, which I signalled by raising my voice slightly, and his band The True Loves. And it's a track called Stake Your Claim, which sounds so retro, it could be straight out of an Northern Soul classic compilation, but it came out last Tuesday, and it's called Stake Your Claim.
Yes, thank you very much. That was Rufus's choice. Rufus, shout across. What was it?
It was Eli Paperboy Reed and The True Loves with Stake Your Claim.
Thanks very much indeed, mate. I appreciate it. Oh, I don't need to shout. I'm on the microphone. Thank you. We've moved into the hub. It's the area by the coffee machine for some live music. We're very pleased to welcome, and round of applause, please, for Charlie Winston. Charlie, you're not alone. You've brought a man in a hat, sat on a box, looks like a hobo from classic days of the
It's
30s.
a bit like a hobo.
Yeah,
It's
and
called Benjamin Henry.
Benjamin Henry. Thank you, Benjamin, for coming in. You seem to have some maracas tucked into your socks.
Just for you.
Are they going to be featured in the musical turn, or that's just the way you dress?
Bit of both.
Okay, great. We'll look forward to that in a second. Charlie, thank you so much for coming in. If people aren't familiar with you, what will they know you? They've heard you play on the show before. You've enjoyed it enormously. And am I right in saying you're also now used in an advert?
Yeah,
Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Are you
It's
pleased?
whatever you want it to be, really. I mean,
I've not seen the advert, so I don't know.
No,
what
but
the story is.
I am a dog in that advert. It's the dog singing "I'm a Man" in the Volkswagen Polo advert.
Okay, other cars are available, but
Yeah,
and so is
that's
this
true.
is this now become sort of an albacore friendly neck, or you happy?
No, it's fine. I just let other people kind of enjoy it really and get on with playing music.
Sure. Well, I think before we talk to you further, we should hear something from you because I think that way we can have your sound in people's heads.
Okay.
You happy to do that?
Absolutely.
And so, what are you going to play for us first up?
This one's going to be the one that you've heard on your session before, called "Like a Hobo."
Brilliant. Thank you. Live music on Six Music, Charlie Winston and a vagrant harmonica player live in the hub. Thank you so much, Like a Hobo, and that's actually fantastic. And there's such a live energy, if you don't mind me saying. People have already picked up on that, but I thought I'd just clarify that in case.
Go on, put it forward,
I
put
meant
it
it as
out
a
there.
compliment. You could put that on posters if you want.
I'll use that one.
Lively, full of energy.
Yeah,
Steve
stamp.
Merchant. Yeah, that'll sell tickets. Was there? Capable, Charlie Winston. Charlie, what's the sort of story? Where did you come from? How long have you been playing?
I'm from East Anglia, Suffolk. I grew up in a hotel with my brothers and my sisters.
Hotel.
Yeah,
Shining like? Was it like The Shining?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
No,
Okay,
it was like
good.
Fawlty Towers. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah, in fact, it was funny because in school I used to familiarise very well with Fawlty Towers.
Yeah.
But all the other kids didn't, and I couldn't really understand why. But yeah, it was absolute chaos, exactly like I told you.
Hopeless Spanish waiter.
It's several,
Yeah. Some Germans. Did some Germans visit?
lots.
Yeah.
In fact, I've just written a song.
Was there a dead parrot? That's a different show. I don't know.
I think I found a few in the sink a
Sure.
few times.
Perfect. Sorry, you were going to say something. I rudely interrupted.
Yeah. No, interrupted away.
Okay.
I was just going to say, just continue with my story, but it goes on forever. Well, up until now. It stops now, actually.
Perfect.
And continues
It was a
from here.
cracking story. It was very capable. And you're signed to Peter Gabriel's.
That's
is
right,
that
yeah.
right? And how did that come about?
Well, I used to play bass in my brother's band, and we were recording down in Real World Studios. And when I was there, I met Peter, and we just got chatting, and I got to know him, and I also got to know his daughter quite well, who lived around the corner from me in London. And one day they needed a babysitter for their 3-year-old son, who because Peter won this like sort of lifetime award thing for music and stuff. So he needed a babysitter. So I was upstairs in the penthouse suite babysitting for his son while he was downstairs with 2,000 people receiving this award, which was quite funny. And when he came back upstairs, I gave him a CD, and a couple of months later, I was just about to get on the train to go to South by Southwest, and he gave me a call saying he really loved my music, so it sort of started from there, really.
But he knew you before he let you babysit.
Yeah.
You weren't just walking past.
No,
just
he
as you
knew
are.
that he knew that me and Isaac, his son, were very good friends.
Right.
We got on well,
Yeah.
and played pirates all night, so he was quite happy.
Sure, yeah. And because you dress a little like a spiv.
Yeah, is that what it's
Do you mind-
called?
I would say that
I've-
reminds me
I've
of the
been
spiv
wondering.
look.
What is
A
spiv?
spiv was one of those people who would sell sort of nylons during the war on the black market.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Did they wear these hats?
They'd wear a little trilby hat like that, and
Did they?
they'd look a little bit shifty like you.
Yeah, excellent.
The sort of person you wouldn't leave your kids with. You know.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Gabriel's a very trusting man.
I turned up in my pajamas.
Did you?
Yeah. So he was very safe.
That's
I didn't have any knives or anything
nothing
on me.
nice. Yeah.
Or-
Although
or
again,
watches.
if a man turns up in his pajamas saying, "I'll babysit your kids," most people would say no. Not Gabriel. He doesn't mind. He's a busy man. He needs someone. He's got to collect awards.
Yeah.
And does Gabriel? I've not seen a picture of him for a long time. Does he still look like the one in Sledgehammer?
Yeah, but much older.
Much older.
Yeah.
But with less of the.
He's
fast-
definitely got the same face.
Yes.
Year-old son, who because Peter won this like sort of lifetime award thing for music and stuff. So he needed a babysitter. So I was upstairs in the penthouse suite babysitting for his son while he was downstairs with 2,000 people receiving this award, which was quite
Wow.
funny. And when he came
Why-
back upstairs, I gave him a CD, and a couple of months later, I was just about to get on the train to go to South by Southwest, and he gave me a call saying he really loved my music, so it sort of started from there, really.
But he knew you before he let you babysit. the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
You weren't just walking past.
No,
just
he
as you
knew
are.
that he knew that me and Isaac, his son, were very good friends.
Right.
We got on well, and played pirates all night, so he was quite happy.
Sure, yeah. And because you dress a little like a spiv.
Yeah, is that what it's
Do you mind-
called?
I would say that
I've-
reminds me
I've
of the
been
spiv
wondering.
look.
What is
A
spiv?
spiv was one of those people who would sell sort of nylons during the war on the black market.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Did they wear these hats?
They'd wear a little trilby hat like that, and
Did
they'd look a little bit shifty like you.
Yeah, excellent.
The sort of person you wouldn't leave your kids with. You know.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Gabriel's a very trusting man.
I turned up in my pajamas.
Did you?
Yeah. So he was very safe.
That's
I didn't have any knives or anything
nothing
on me.
nice. Yeah.
Or-
Although
or
again,
watches.
if a man turns up in his pajamas saying, "I'll babysit your kids," most people would say no. Not Gabriel. He doesn't mind. He's a busy man. He needs someone. He's got to collect awards.
Yeah.
And does Gabriel? I've not seen a picture of him for a long time. Does he still look like the one in Sledgehammer?
Yeah, but much older.
Much older.
Yeah.
But with less of the.
He's
plasticine.
definitely got the same face.
Yes, a bit older.
Yeah.
I suspected that would be pretty much what he looked like, and it's good to have that confirmed.
I mean, you'd probably recognise him. I don't think you would have when he had this big, like, sort of wizard beard a couple of
Yes.
years ago for his growing up tour. And I think it would have been difficult to recognise him